Hello and welcome to Business 360. I'm Parikshit Luthra and here are the headlines we are tracking this evening. The Adani Group stocks remain largely under pressure. The group has lost more than 10 lakh crore rupees in market cap in just over 3 weeks. Adani Enterprises regained some lost ground after reporting 42% growth in revenue. Sensex rises 600 points and Nifty gaining over 150 points, led largely by blue chips. ICICI Bank, ITC and Reliance are the top gainers, but mid-caps underperform. Income tax officials conduct surveys at BBC's Delhi and Mumbai offices, allege non-compliance with the transfer pricing rules and diversion of profits. Tax department claims that they had issued several notices to the British broadcaster in the past. Director General of GST Intelligence sends notices to 12 mutual funds, alleging that they wrongfully accounted for scheme costing as CAPEX to claim input tax credit. The agency has estimated a liability of 500 crores. Wholesale inflation eases to a 2-year low in January, aided by a high base effect. Power costs, fuel prices and prices of manufactured goods decline. However, food index inflation, which tracks prices of cereals, paddy, wheat, pulses, vegetables and potato, has increased. Death toll in the Turkey-Syria earthquake crosses 37,000. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad agrees to let United Nations deliver aid in rebel-controlled parts of northwest Syria through 2 more border crossings from Turkey. NATO claims that Russia has mounted a new offensive as defense ministers of member countries meet to discuss further military aid to Ukraine. Ukrainian military claims that the city of Bakhmut is facing heavy artillery fire. Meanwhile, Moldovan president accuses Russia of plotting to oust her pro-European Union government. Straight to the day's trading action. Dalal Street ended the day largely higher. Nifty and Sensex soared close to 1% each, led higher by a healthy move in some select large caps. Reliance, ITC and ICICI were the top contributors to the Nifty's up move. However, underperformance by mid-caps kept the market breadth in favor of declines. That index ended 0.25% in the red. Prashant Nair is here with all of the day's trading action. Prashant.
Ever since the day of the budget, the market's been trading water within the range. The high end of the budget day and the low of the budget day has been the range, and the market's been within this band ever since. Today, there was a real attempt to break out of that range. We didn't cross the budget day high, fell short by 20-30 points, but it was a good close. 0.8% gains on the Nifty and similar kind of gains on the Bank Nifty as well. Let me tell you sectorally, top down what did well. Metals stood out. FMCG as a pack was doing very well. PSU banks were well bid, and the IT services space, especially mid-cap tech, did quite okay. Large caps, gains coming through in names like UPL, ITC, Reliance Industries, Adani Ports, Adani Enterprises. Enterprises, of course, reported numbers as well. And then Bajaj Finance, which is slowly but surely creeping up after a poor 2022. What was down were names like Apollo Hospitals, Aisha, which, of course, was reacting to numbers, and SBI Life, which saw more profit-taking. In the broader market, I mean, it was clean 2:1, declines to advances. So market breadth was negative for the second day in a row. All cargo reacting to poor numbers, sharply down. Indiabulls Real Estate, Adani Wilmar, Policy Bazaar, Spark, GICRE, Star Health, Gati, and so many other names which saw sell-offs. There were gainers as well, an outsized one, some in response to earnings. Oil India was one, for example. There was Mirza International in response to numbers, HBL Power in response to a guidance, Newland, Poonawalla FinCorp, and so on and so forth. The market has given a signal that perhaps is now closer to the upper end of the budget day range as compared to the lower end. The question is, can we break out of this range? And I think the one determinant, the big global market determinant, is going to be the January US consumer price inflation report, which we get later today, which could set the tone one way or the other. Back to you.
Now, as Prashant was mentioning, Adani Group stocks remained largely under pressure. 6 out of the 10 group stocks hit lower circuit today, and there were some patches of green. But despite that, the Adani Group gave up another 19,000 crore rupees in market capitalization today. This takes the cumulative loss since the Hindenburg report to 10.4 lakh crore rupees. Adani Enterprises regained some lost ground. The company posted a profit of over 800 crore rupees in Q3 against a loss of close to 12 crores in the previous year. Revenue grew 42% to over 26,600 crore rupees. EBITDA doubled from 2,450 crore rupees last year to 5,420 crore rupees in the current quarter. Margins also improved to 6.1% versus 4.1% last year. According to a Reuters report, Adani Enterprises and Adani Ports are likely to repay its short-term commercial debt over the next few months and not roll them over as normal. Adani Enterprises and Adani Green have not moved forward with its planned bond offerings. The report added that the Adani Group is currently not looking to tap the short-term debt market amid the opposition onslaught against the centre over the Hindenburg report on the Adani Group. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has said that the BJP has nothing to hide and no one can accuse the government of crony capitalism.
अभी सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने केस का संज्ञान लिया है। देश की कैबिनेट के सदस्य नाते जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने किसी मैटर को सीज किया हो उस वक्त मेरे लिए बोलना ठीक नहीं होगा, परंतु इसमें बीजेपी के लिए कुछ छुपाने को नहीं है और ना किसी बात से डरने की जरूरत है।
And the Income Tax Department conducted surveys at BBC's Delhi and Mumbai offices today. Sources tell us that the taxman has alleged that the British broadcaster has not compiled with transfer pricing rules. They have also levelled allegations of profit diversion. The move comes weeks after the British broadcaster released a two-part documentary on Prime Minister Modi, which was later protested against by the Indian government. Danish Anand joins us from outside the BBC's Delhi office.
With the Income Tax Department is conducting a survey at the BBC offices in New Delhi as well as in Mumbai, and the building that you see behind me is the same building where the BBC office in New Delhi is situated, and in this building the BBC office is situated on the 5th as well as on the 6th floor. Well, according to the income tax sources, the survey is being conducted because IT has alleged that due to non-compliance with the transfer pricing rules as well as because of diversion of profit, this survey is being conducted by the tax authorities, and the IT has also alleged that they have issued several notices to the BBC in the past and they have been completely non-compliant with it. Moreover, whatever documents that they are searching right now, it includes a lot of details on manipulation of prices for unauthorized benefits, which also includes tax advantages. So these are the certain reasons why the Income Tax Department is conducting a survey right now, and as per the normal protocol, whichever employee was present inside the office at that time, they are not allowed to use any kind of electronic devices, or neither they're allowed to enter or exit from the office. Well, this survey has been on since 11:15 a.m. in the morning, and even till now the survey is going on.
Now, in the commodity market, oil prices continue to fall after the US government said that it would release more crude from its strategic petroleum reserves. This was against expectations of the release being either cancelled or delayed. Traders are also keeping an eye on the inflation data expected later today. Some softening in the wholesale prices. The WPI index for January has eased to 4.73%. This is the lowest level in 2 years. However, inflation in food and primary articles witnessed a rise month on month, while fuel, power and manufactured products inflation saw a marginal dip. Vegetables inflation contracted significantly by nearly 10%. Private equity giant Blackstone remains upbeat on India. Its president, Jonathan Gray, called India the second best investment destination for Blackstone after UK. Gray highlighted that private equity investment returns have been solid in India. The GST Council meeting scheduled on the 18th of February is likely to deliberate on some proposals made by the Fitment Committee. Sources say the Council will be looking at proposals on reducing GST on millet-based products and other items. We are going to be taking a short break here on Business 360, but don't go anywhere. We will be joined by Senior Advisor at Bain Capital, Stephen Paklioka, in a short while from now. Don't go anywhere.